All right, I know I got a late start in here, but hey, duty calls, work calls. But I'm off work now. But I'm here. I am here for all the beating that y'all gave me over the weekend on Sunday. It's Tuesday, but guess what? I'm still happy. I'm still repping my Ravens. Your boy Damon. I'm here with the DK and Treat podcast. You know my sponsors are going across the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I'm just waiting for y'all. Come on in here. You can say what you want. I am ready for it. But I'm just going to give you analysis. But I got another special guest on the show today. I know I'm waiting for TJ to come, but I got my man Dave. He's from Dave and Doc podcast. And you see who he reps. He reps the 49ers, and we were texting back and forth during this game. And I say, hey, man, your 49ers did your thing. At least we saw one good game over the weekend because our game was just not –
You know, I was watching that. I was watching both games, but of course, I'm most nervous about the Niners game. And you know, I joke with people. I'm only 47, but I feel like I'm 63 at this point because I can't take many more weeks of the 49ers, you know, doing this. But no, thanks for having me back on. Sorry about your Ravens. They got Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that's just, you know what I mean? That's what they got.
My homeboy.
Yeah. And I don't know what to say. That guy, he makes some of the ugliest throws I've ever seen. Like he's throwing stuff underhanded and doing stuff, but he's just, I mean, it's just that little bit of movement. He reminds me a lot in some ways of a younger Aaron Rodgers, how he could move 3 inches to the left. And then all of a sudden he's got like, you know, I don't know, an extra 30 seconds to throw. So
right.
The Ravens to me, they didn't run the ball. I don't understand why. They're the best. They're the best rushing team in football against one of the worst defenses against the run, and they decided not to run. And if you're not going to run the ball with whoever, then let Lamar go. I have no idea. I don't know if the weather played, and it didn't look like it rained that hard.
It really wasn't raining down there until a little bit later. I have no idea, but let me bring TJ in here.
What's going on, gentlemen? How are we doing?
What's up?
Here's I went from very, very high to a very, very low watching that game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I rep my team. I rep my Ravens, but we did not play our game at all. We didn't. We went away from everything. And I'm gonna ask both of you because you probably both watched the game.
Sure.
Did you see Dalvin Cook in one snap in that game?
I was gonna ask that. Like they just
I
say,
did not
you know
know.
what? We just signed him for nothing.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
It was perplexing because it was like all those running plays that they did where you saw Gus Edwards. I was like, you know, okay, cool. 2-3 yards, whatever. But then I was like, if Dalvin Cook was in there, that's 4 to 6, 4 to 7.
Easy.
Right?
Against
and then when you think about
run defense.
Yeah. And then you think about the threat that he is from the backfield, how he can change the game from that standpoint also. It's like you just didn't have that at all. I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out how that just didn't transpire. It was insane. Couldn't believe it.
I said, you know something? This game's over. Especially when Mr. Butterfingers McBob, Valdez Scampley, caught that 4th and 6th pass.
Yeah.
He dropped everything all season long.
Yeah,
when
right.
he catches that pass.
Mm-hmm. And so
I said this game over. Game's over.
But again, man, like you could point to just the lack of utilizing what got you to this point. It's the Chiefs/Patriots syndrome. That's what I've been calling it. I've been saying it for the past 2 weeks now. What it seems like whenever you go against the New England Patriots back in the day or the Chiefs now, whatever you did all year long, for whatever reason, you go against them and it just completely just doesn't work.
Goes out the window.
You just choose not to use it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but it's always against those teams where I'm just like, so just don't do what's got you to this point all year.
New England, the New England.
I mean, just don't do the same thing that's gotten y'all to this point all year. Just don't do it at all. Okay, got it. And in certain games, I understand. You know, you want to try to throw your opponent off. You want to give them some different looks, different formations. I get all that, but when your bread and butter is to dominate the football game by running the football and running it effectively to set up the pass, why are we doing screen passes, sidearm throws? Why are we doing the running plays with running backs that shouldn't be in there? It was like, what are we doing? Seriously.
I said the same thing.
You know, the funny thing was it's a coach and his last name's Harbaugh, and you don't run 60% of the time. Like, that's just shocking to me because, the Harbaughs, they all love to run the football. And it blows. And in that kind of weather, even if it wasn't raining, it was still wet and, kind of gross outside. Line up and run. And if it's not, figure it out. It's not hard. You go back to, to Pee Wee League, right? Just line up double tight, put a fullback in the backfield and just go. They every time this year they've gotten into trouble, that's what they can do. They can always go back to just, it doesn't have to be some Kyle Shanahan, 19 different motions and all this stuff. Just run the ball, A gap's fine, absolutely. B gap's fine. Just run it. And I think they would have been successful and at least got them to pull the safeties up a little bit, but they got themselves in a situation where they just couldn't get out of it. And the score was the final was 17-10, right?
17-10.
Yep. And I thought it was going to be a low scoring game. That was lower than I thought, but 17-10, but it didn't even feel that close. It really didn't. Right. It didn't feel that close at all. And it blew me away. It's just, again, they got Mahomed, right?
Right. And the Chiefs dominated the time of possession, what the Ravens usually do. They dominated the time of possession. And if you notice, and I was noticing with the Chiefs, they did a lot of side-to-side plays and rarely really threw the ball down the field. They was going side to side because they was trying to get yards after the catch. And I was like, okay, the Ravens are homing in on that. They're homing in on it. The defense did their job.
Yeah.
Because I expected them to at least to get 21 points, and they didn't. Defense did their job. It's just I don't know what was going on the offensive side of the board.
Yeah.
And D, I see your comments that Hobbs was Reed's special teams. I get he's special teams, but he gave up on what his bread and butter was the whole season. Run the ball down your throat.
Yeah. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go. You got it.
No, I was gonna say that the defense did the very best they could against Mahomes on every third down possible. There was no better defensive play. There was no better defensive effort that you could have had than what Baltimore did on Sunday. You just couldn't, right? And so when you factored that in, there was a lot of times where I was watching the game and I was like, all right, Lamar, they got you a stop. Let's put some points on the board. All right, Lamar, they got you another stop. Let's put some points on the board. Like it was
right.
They're doing their job. And at some point, because I'm not even gonna lie. In the first, I want to say the first quarter, start of second quarter, you saw that the defense was just completely getting, not like just annihilated. In the front, you could tell in the trenches they were just getting pushed around all over the place. It was bad. But then, as towards the end of the second quarter, they started to really tighten up, and then for the rest of the game, they really started to show their dominance as to why they were a top defense in the entire league. And so you saw that, and I was like, one of the hardest things you can do against a Mahomes-led Chiefs team is get 3 and outs to stop them on these drives, right? They did that. Now it's like, all right, Lamar,
Let's
Your
go.
turn.
Well, you remember how bad that the Tampa Bay defense in Super Bowl 55 made Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs look. I think the Chiefs only scored 9 points in that game.
Yeah.
Well, this Ravens defense did the same thing. I mean, they scored 17. I mean, that they did the exact same thing. So you're right. I think the defense couldn't have played any better against Patrick Mahomes. And I mean, he was hitting Kelsey every once in a while, but again, there was nothing explosive really downfield, here and there. And I mean, I thought they had him moving around a lot. They had him moving to his left several times, which again, I've always said, I don't understand why you chase a right-handed quarterback to the right. Chase them to the left. I don't understand. And again, now granted, I coach offense, so what do I know? But I just know, I don't understand that. So I felt like they were forcing him to make off-schedule throws. And I mean, I can tell you this: if the Niners hold the Chiefs to 17 points, I feel really good about our chances of beating them. But you hold that team to 17 points, you've done something. So,
but here's the thing: y'all got CMC. Y'all got CMC.
And we will definitely run the ball. We definitely
he's
going to
run the ball.
Oh yeah,
and I'm pretty sure you're going to get Debo back also. So y'all probably going to put on a much better performance offensively than what we did. Because Shanahan is offensive.
It depends on if we play second half 49er football or first half 49er football, because, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't know what we're going to run.
Yeah.
It's like the pages were sticking together in the playbook or something. He's like, oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Page 9. Here we go. Crap, I've been running page 6 this whole time. Yeah. I don't know.
Like I said, we didn't play our game. We beat ourselves. But before you came in, TJ, me and Dave was talking about when the defender knocked Mahomes in the face with his arm.
Man, it was.
That's the biggest hands I've ever seen in my life.
Right,
that's terrifying.
You know what that looked like? That looked like a Popeye hand that smacked him in the face.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh my god!" Okay.
I'm waiting for the memes to make it look like they hit him in the face with a pie. That's what I'm waiting for.
It's coming.
I'm waiting for the memes because it looked bad. We were laughing. I was watching it with two of my boys, and we were laughing. It's like you couldn't see his face anymore.
No, when he came across, I was like, "Ooh!" And his head went back. It even knocked some sense into Mahomes. Mahomes like, "Wait a minute, hey, you know how you usually complain." He wasn't even complaining. He was just like, man, where am I?
Happy to still be alive.
Right.
So, I mean, that's another thing too, man. Like, you had Baltimore's front seven especially continue to go after Mahomes. It wasn't like Mahomes was sitting in the pocket, drinking the wine, talking to the lovely wife, checking in on the kids, seeing what the weather was going to be like in Vegas before he threw the ball. It was none of that. It was none of that. It was just, hey, look, man, I actually have a clock before I throw this ball, because if I don't, I will get hit. I may not go down, but I will get hit.
Yeah.
And and that was another thing that was really backbreaking about some of those long drives that Kansas City had, was the third down conversions that they had. Because there was a lot of moments where I was like, oh, okay, Mahomes dead to rights. He's not. There's no way they can convert this. And then all you see is Travis Kelce open in the middle. Or you see Rashee Rice on the side. And we're like, what? What is this? It was like, it seemed like no matter what you did, it didn't do anything. It just didn't matter. And so it's one of those things where and Brady did kind of some of this too with New England, where those third down conversions are very, very crucial, no matter what time of the game it is. Mm-hmm. Because if they get 2 in a row, that's enough. That's enough to start a celebration. Okay.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Okay. So it was the fact that they were able to convert those 3rd and 6s, those 3rd and 8s, those 3rd and 3s. That was like, I don't know what else we could do, man. I don't know what else we can
we
do.
didn't play our
Sorry.
game. We lost. And,
Yeah.
I got, some of them in the chat. And like, where's the crab cakes? So I made bets for food with crab cakes. So I got to send that all off. I'm supposed to be wearing the Chiefs jersey, but I don't have one yet, but I will wear one on one of my episodes. So I took all my bets and I take all in stride. And so I am up on my bets and everything. So
how sick are you guys though of Travis Kelce at this point? Forget
I am
Taylor
completely
Swift.
sick of him.
forget Taylor Swift. All right. Just, I mean, even if Taylor Swift wasn't in the picture, are you guys just not tired of Travis Kelce? I am.
Oh, absolutely. Jason, that guy's a lot, really. He's humble. I give Jason all the credit where he's humble. Travis is arrogant.
Yeah.
Very, very arrogant.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the guy. But you see, he also got into the Ravens' head. He got into their head because they were making mistakes. He got into their head. He did what he needed to do for his team to win.
Hey,
so
I ain't gonna lie, man. When you go 11 for 11 with targets and receptions, and you get a touchdown on the board too, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna do a whole lot of trash talking because it showed me that out of everybody that you could double team, it should be me. Out of all the coverage that you should put on one man, it should be me. It should be me. All the attention should be on me. The coaching staff, the defensive line, the secondary, the linebackers, the fans should be watching me, covering me, and yet I still get open and I still score. Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna hear from me. You're gonna hear from me. And you know what? I get it. Okay, Travis Kelce is not everybody's cup of tea. Sometimes he gets on my nerves because half the time he just talks his head off like he's a pro wrestler. I love it personally when he goes that route. But it's one of those things where it's like, look, man, if you want me to shut up, stop me. And it just seems like you just can't do it.
I think some of it's just, I mean, I'm old. So like I kind of subscribe to like, Jerry Rice style.
Oh,
gets the touchdown, hands it to the official, and walks off, and that sort of thing. But I don't know. And this isn't
this new NFL.
no, it's a dance party. I mean, I don't know. I could do without some of it, but it's just, I mean, I don't hate Patrick Mahomes. I don't hate Pacheco. It's just, there's just something about Travis Kelce that just, I don't know. And like he and his brother have a podcast. I don't know if you guys are listening to it or not. It's actually pretty good, but if you listen to that podcast, you really come away liking Jason more than you do Travis. Yeah. Right. I mean, like you really do. So I don't know. So
again, like with Travis at the end of the day is a receiver. He's not a wide receiver, but he's still a receiver that gets a lot of attention.
Oh, yeah.
And so with any receiver in the NFL, if you are good and you know that you are great, there is a little bit of an aspect of being a diva to a certain extent.
Well, sure.
It's just that Kelce is one of those guys that will extend the divaness. And I know that's not a word because I know
I like it. No, it's it's officially a word. It's yours, but it's officially.
Thank you.
I like it.
He extends it to the umph degree, but again, I will preference my comments by saying that he only does that because he's having the performance to back it up. See, we're not seeing any of this if he ends the game with 2 catches with 15 yards. And doesn't score. We're not seeing any of this if he doesn't get a single target. We're not seeing any of this. But when you start off the game with 11 targets and 11 receptions and close to 100 yards receiving and a touchdown, oh, I'm sorry. You're going to hear from me. Especially in a championship game, you're going to hear from me. Sorry. Not sorry. Right. You know what I mean? So I think that's most people. I know everybody wants to be, the abiding citizen. We're just gonna hand it off. to the referee and call today. I get it. I get there's that sort of people out there. I get it. Not taking that away. But in the moment, when you're doing as great as Travis Kelce was on Sunday, you can't help it. You can't help it. Obviously, we would love to see him get humbled in the Super Bowl.
Well, one of us here would for sure.
That would be nice. But again, man, it's like, we say this about receivers all the time, where like, oh man, they're such a diva. They talk trash and all this other stuff. But then you look at the stat sheets. They're having 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, 13 catches. It's like, look, I'm the number one option. And y'all still can't stop me? There ain't no one else on this offense that he's gonna throw the ball to. And y'all still can't hold me down.
It is utterly amazing. I mean, listen, he's an incredible athlete. Don't get me wrong. And I mean, he's a playmaker on and off the field, right? I mean, he's dating Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But he's made plays everywhere. But I mean, the fact that he can get that open against particularly that Ravens defense, it blew me away.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, that's why you go back to how Tampa played them. And I don't know what the 49ers are watching this week. They might be watching old home movies. But if it were me, I might take a peek at that Super Bowl and watch how that Tampa defended him and the Chiefs, because they just knocked them around that night. And that's not easy to do. I mean, like you said, no. Travis Kelce, I don't know what his catch percentage is per target, but I'm sure it's pretty high.
It's high.
Over his career. If you get it anywhere within his wingspan, he's generally coming down with it. He's not the best blocker. He's an above average blocker is what I would probably say. But as far as a pass catcher, he's terrifying. I mean, I'm still going to despise him, but that's okay. But, and after next week, I just, after the Super Bowl, then he can just, go do whatever he wants to do. And I won't think about him again until spring. But that as a Niners fan, it just terrifies me because I don't know how you cover the guy. Like, I don't know what you do. I really don't. I don't know what you do.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. My bad.
You remember when Detroit and Chicago used to play back in the NBA, and Detroit said, Jordan's not going to beat us. Mm-hmm. Jordan's not going to beat us.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else can beat us, but Jordan's not going to beat us.
Yeah.
And they put a beating on Jordan in them games, in them series. That's what you got to do to them. That's what you got to do to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, like, I know
you see these comments, right? You see these comments. These Chiefs fans coming in here.
I'm not even commenting on those. This is terrible. No, you guys are making me sick. Oh my gosh.
Cool. You know you got to get used to it. It's fine.
They relentless in here.
I see that. I see that.
They're relentless.
It's insane. As they should.
I can handle the natives.
As they should. But when you look at the Chiefs' offense, man, especially as of late, especially with this playoff run, they're not doing anything spectacular. They're not doing a whole lot of motions. There's not a whole lot of Travis Kelce move here, move there, double move here,
backyard
double move
football.
It's
backyard
literally
football.
The same. It's the similar route tree every time.
Yeah.
Hey, Travis Kelce, if you don't see it here, and you see Patrick Mahomes start to make a play out of no way, you go ahead and run right there with him. Find a way to get open. It just so happens that with everybody saying find a way to get open, he ends up being more open than he was initially when he was trying to be open off the initial route. It's insane. So it's like with Kansas City's offense, it's not like they're doing anything like a Mike McDaniel in Miami or what Kyle Shanahan's doing in San Francisco. It's just the fact that Travis Kelce is wide open on almost any given route on the tree, no matter what you do as a defense.
I just watching the Chiefs probably over the last 4 or 5 weeks. I think you're right. It doesn't look like there's even a system. It's just go to the Cadillac and take a left.
Yeah.
I mean, it's street ball. I mean, it's what it looks like. It looks just like street ball. I mean, and And I mean, hell, if it's working, hey, I'll read this comment. My money's on the 49ers. Good for you. Listen, you have some intelligent listeners out there, and I can appreciate that.
You got a shout out, PJ.
Yeah.
Well, Remy, who's been commenting also, he's a 49ers fan.
Oh,
also.
well, good. Okay. Yeah.
He's a 49ers fan also.
Okay. All right. I like it. Okay. All right. I'm waiting on something pretty bad from a Chiefs fan coming up, but
they're coming. They're coming because Kelsey's in here and Corey's in here.
It's funny. Coming. It's funny because the second the Niners won the game, at this point I'm sitting on the floor because I can't stand up anymore. I'm just exhausted. I can't tell you guys, like, I'm exhausted. And Damon, I know you gave me a call. I didn't even see that till later. Like, I was just exhausted, like physically and mentally, because I coach football too, so I'm like pacing the floor trying to call plays, and I'm like, hey, safety's pulling, shift, all this crap, like they care what I'm thinking or can hear me.
Right.
I look like a lunatic. Right. I'd be committed if somebody outside of my family was watching the game with me, but after that, like, the realization set in. I can't describe the feeling. The realization set in. I was like, God, we got to play the Chiefs again. I mean, it really just hit me like, I'm really excited about this, but I'm nervous now. So I would have been nervous either way. The Ravens are a great team too, so I wasn't exactly happy about the situation either way. But I'm like, oh, here we go again. So,
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And something. Here's the thing. It's reminding, and we was all talking about this. It's this whole New England thing, and that's what it's reminding us of. This whole New England thing, and it's like, it's all right. They're here again. They're here again. They're here again. They're here again.
It's traumatizing.
And it's like, and it's just like what y'all was just talking about. It's nothing really spectacular of what they've been doing. If it was,
no.
Right, let's go back to what Tom Brady does. Tom Brady just say, okay, this ball is coming out. It's coming to you. Plain and simple. This ball's coming out. It's coming to you. As soon as I snap it, it's coming to you. Look for it. He had a system and program to what they ever did. Him and Belichick, they were a great team.
It was either that or put a needle in that ball and get some of that air out of it. Either way.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's it was.
Let's not forget about that.
You had to slide that in there. Or
we can do a Jim Hall ball and just steal your calls.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Gross. Come on, guys. Come on.
I think that's why Jim's glasses are so thick. I mean, I think it's that camera. It's like right, right
the
there.
lens just zoom in every time he just. Oh my God. Anyways, look. You know what the difference is between New England and Kansas City, and it's the part that scares me, right? Because with New England, with Tom Brady, it was a lot of pre-snap. He wasn't as lethal as Peyton Manning was pre-snap, but trust and believe me, if he spotted it, he was going to exploit it before the snap even showed up. The thing with Kansas City is, the problem is Patrick Mahomes can not only recognize stuff pre-snap, but in case the pre-snap notion didn't work, his off-schedule playmaking makes up for it every single time.
Well, it's. Do you guys watch UFC at all? Any MMA stuff?
Yes.
John Jones is the fighter everybody loves to hate, right? Incredible athlete. He's been in some trouble and all that sort of stuff, but. The reason I think that he's obviously athletic, extremely gifted, but I think one of the reasons that you can't beat him is because he doesn't know what he's going to do next. So it's hard to prepare for that. And what you're saying is right, because I don't think Patrick Mahomes knows. He's just flowing with it. And it's when you talk about sports, and some people say this all the time, and you kind of forget about it, but it's the most important position in football is a quarterback, because you see what a great quarterback can do. Because outside of Kelsey, Pacheco kind of came on later in the year, but like, Mahomes was surrounded by some, on offense this year and got them into the playoffs. So you can see what a generational quarterback can do for your football team. It's amazing. I hope Brock Purdy's that guy, but yet to be seen. But yeah, I think that's why he's so hard to prepare for, because it's like, okay, they look like they're doing this. And then Mahomes, like you said, just rolls to his left, takes 3 steps, clicks his heels, shuts his eyes, and throws it, and it's right in Travis Kelce's chest for a touchdown. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or Butterfingers McBob out there Scandy said, I'm just going to catch the ball today.
Yeah. I've missed them all year. I'll will this one into me. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's the concerning part, man, because with New England, there were if you had the now granted the chances were slim to none, but if you had the ideal defensive play for the formation that they had, if you executed on every single assignment, chances are you won that play, or you won that drive, or you won that possession. But with Kansas City, it's like, all right, we could be casual and start off with a run, but we got some momentum throwing the ball right now. So we'll do a screen here. And then we'll do a middle. We'll do a medium pass here. And then just when you think that we might do a small pass play here, we'll just watch it over your head. And by that point, there ain't not much you can do about it, because now you're completely honest. And it's like with Kansas City, that's the part that scares me the most, because it's almost as if they don't even have a scheduled way of doing this stuff.
I don't think they do. I think
every team has a script play. Every team has a first 15 call sheet to start their first quarter, to start their first 3 drives. That's usually how it is. After those first 15, it's whatever you're feeling, whatever the moment calls for. After that, I swear, with Kansas City's offense, there is no such thing as a script play. There is not one at all. It's not.
Hey, TJ, you getting yelled at. You getting yelled at now in the comment section.
I don't know why. Look, I'm calling it how I see it. Okay.
Just shake it off, TJ. Just shake it off.
Yeah.
Just shake it off.
Y'all might mess around and get the staple phrase that I've been given to that team. So be careful what you wish for in the comment section. But it's just the fact that they don't even have a script set up on how they dial up these plays, on how they dial up these first couple possessions. It's literally just, you know what? I see they're running zone. We may feel lucky. We'll just let him run. But Pacheco's so good that he'll get 5 yards out of that run that we just kind of were lazy enough to just run up.
Right.
And then there'll be another play where it's like, you know what? They're running man. But Travis Kelce's going to get open. So we're going to do an out route for Travis Kelce. First down. And the thing about it is that all Kansas City needs is some sort of rhythm. It doesn't have to be 3 first downs in a row, although it would be nice. If they just get 2 third down conversions, if they get a huge play on second down, if you get a 3 first down drive, if you just have a long drive where you're just converting all over the place, that's all they need. And that's the problem with other teams. You need so much to go in their favor. You need a big first down. You need a big chunk play. You need this. You need that. With Kansas City, if we just get the small things right on a consistent basis, there ain't nothing that we could do. Nothing that anybody can do.
And good thing you said that. All right, let's go back to the Frankfurt game. Let's go back to that with Miami, right? The Frankfurt game. So it's, you have to look at it just like this. Remember, they went down. They only scored 21 points. Remember, Miami started coming back. They had to figure out ways. Okay, how can we just skip it? What'd they do? They stopped Tyreek Hill. Mm-hmm. They stopped Tyreek Hill. I'm going to take your best playmaker away from you and see if you can beat us that way.
Which is what Belichick used to do, right? Yeah. That's Belichick said, who's your guy? Okay, well, he's not going to beat us. It'll be somebody else. We might lose 100-0, but it will not be that person. Yeah.
That whole, like I said, that whole Detroit and Chicago thing back in the day. Jordan's not going to beat us.
Right. You know,
someone else is going to be this, but not Jordan.
Here's the thing that I'm only going to say this once, and I would never say it on my own podcast. But I'll say it on this one. And somebody will hit me for it at some point. But the thing that drives me the most nuts about Kansas City, and this is the honest to God's truth, we know what coaching tree Andy Reid came from, right? He came from Bill Walsh.
Right.
To see that offense beat my team makes me want to throw up. Like I know you can't copyright or trademark an offense, but for God's sakes, man, don't beat me running the offense that came from San Francisco from Bill Walsh, because that's where it came from. You're throwing to the running backs. You're doing. Nobody was doing that before Bill Walsh. I mean, Bill Walsh was throwing to the fullbacks, and people were like, that's the dumbest thing you can do. And now everybody's doing it. And Reid does it, I mean, really close to the way Walsh did it. And Reid, like in San Francisco, they've got a great quarterback. So it's just, I don't know. It drives me nuts. Every time I see the Chiefs, I'm like, no 5-yard pass, 6-yard gain. I mean, that was the Niners philosophy. Stop it. So that's the thing that makes me that's the stuff that drives me nuts. I mean, if we go to the Super Bowl and we lose to Baltimore or something, I'm like, okay, that's a different kind of offense, whatever.
Yeah.
But for Andy Reid to come and do it, I'm like, it's like it would have been like losing to Mike Holmgren, any of those guys from Walsh's coaching tree.
Right.
And I know the Shanahans are from that lineage as well, so that's why I'm fine with Shanahan being there. Mike was there as an OC and now Kyle, but as a head coach. But yeah, that one just hurts my soul. Deep to my soul.
Deep in your soul?
Yes.
Deep.
Yes.
All right. I got to bring Remy in here because he wanted to come in. 49ers fan. So Dave, you got a fellow 49ers fan in here.
Great. Indeed. I love it.
Indeed. Blessings. How y'all doing?
Great, man. How are you?
Sir? And me and Remy, we talked earlier on the phone, but he was calling me about completely something else, and I was like, "Hey, congratulations, this and that." He said, "Man, I wasn't even calling about that, but hey, we got to talking a little bit off about that, and we was talking about some other things, but I'll save that for another conversation. But I'll give you the floor, sir."
Man, I'm getting on because I'm seeing a lot of foolishness in these chats. In these comments.
Are you now? I thought it was just me.
Uh-oh.
It's so foolish to cut him out. See?
Well, his phone did it.
Uh-oh.
It was so foolish to cut him out.
His cell phone carrier's Andy Reid cellular. Andy Reid cellular. That's what does it every time.
Somebody try to call me. Yeah, but listen, I hear a lot of Kelsey talk. Kelsey.
Yeah,
Kelsey, he had a good game. Ain't no line. But the Ravens had plenty of opportunities, and they were stopping them. It was just so happened, they got away. But when they play the 49ers, the matchup is this: their run defense, damn near last.
Yeah.
Damn near last. Versus our run offense, which the Ravens didn't utilize. They was leading the league in rushing.
They were the number one rushing team in football.
And
they rushed 11 times
away from their game.
They rushed 11 times, right?
Yeah, I think less than that.
Gus only had it was 3 or 4 runs or something like that, didn't he?
And Lamar rushed for 8.
Yeah.
So they went away from the script.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So therefore, when you go away from the script, it's going to happen because once they score 7 points, they stop. Why you stop running? They only score 7 points.
I have no idea.
Right.
Either,
right.
Every time when the Ravens get into the playoffs like that, they do stupid stuff and it starts up top with the coaching. Because I remember a couple years ago they was playing Buffalo. They rushed 99 yards down the field, get to the 1-yard line, and throw an interception at the 1. Pick 6. Why?
Yeah.
Ask the Seattle Seahawks that same question, right? I mean, it's the same thing.
Right.
Like you got Marshawn Lynch. That's four plays in a row to Marshawn Lynch is how you win that Super Bowl. That's exactly what you do.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't the quarterback has the option to make his audible or his decision once he's in it and he sees certain things?
Depends on this on the team and depends on his placement on the team.
Yeah, the coach usually gives them the carte blanche to do that, and like Mahomes did it, Manning did it, Brady did it. Yeah, I don't know. You would think in those situations you would give them at least 2 play calls or something and say, or here's a third emergency if none of this looks right. But I don't know. But it's weird to see them just stop running the ball though. Like I guess they really never started running the ball really, but I mean they ran it some, but I'm like, what are you doing? Why wouldn't I would just line up and run it until they stop it? But
let me answer this. There's no excuses, anyone. None of us. We're pointing out facts and points of the game. No one in here, not even me, is making an excuse for the Ravens losing that game. Not at all. Not making no excuses. We just pointing out what we didn't do.
I don't know
That's
what he's
it.
talking about.
Yeah.
But if you want to link, because Kelsey is up here and she's saying, oh, this is everybody's agreeing with each other. Which one of y'all want to link to come in here? Because you tell me, Corey or Kelsey, which one of you want the link, or I'll bring you both in here. So because I don't want y'all to think this is a one-sided thing.
It's not. It's not. But it's identifying what it is and what it isn't. And when you watch the game on Sunday, you saw that. And again, it's a traumatizing factor because I swear we went through a decade and a half of this with New England. Now we're dealing with this again with Kansas City, where and I said it before and I'll say it again. Whatever the hell you did all year long, for whatever reason,
why did you stop?
You go against them and you just completely just shy away from it, or you do it. You do it, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work altogether. And I don't know what you could point that to. I don't know if you could point that to just the experience on the Chiefs roster or the Patriots roster. I know the Patriots rosters had none but veterans all over the roster, but it's like every single time you go up against Kansas City, everything you did well all year long. You go against them, I just can't do it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what it is anymore.
You think it's just them overthinking it, when they're playing the Chiefs?
I know what it is. Lamar ain't wanted that bad. He didn't want to put on his back. Josh Allen.
The Ravens didn't want it that bad.
Hey,
not even
Josh
Lamar.
Allen, maybe he would have tried to put on his back, which he did the week before. He tried to put on his back. Lamar didn't try to do nothing. He didn't try to run. He didn't try to bait. But Purdy did.
Yeah, he did.
Purdy did. He wanted it. He wanted it. And he showed it.
Here's my pushback with that.
Come on, Jalen Hurts. I want to hear it. You know I got to get on him.
Why? I don't know why. I've been so nice. I've been so nice. Don't you push that button.
It's been a minute.
I bet it has. But with Lamar, man, he didn't run. He didn't scramble because there was nowhere to run. I swear. I don't know how many times you had to look and promise you. I've watched the game twice now. I watched it back twice. There were times where everybody was saying, "Oh, Lamar should have took the run here." But I promise you, there was someone on the end, whether it was Karlaftis on one end or a Menahu, who unfortunately tore his ACL, is going to be out for the Super Bowl. But on Sunday, that you talk about QB contained, it was QB contained. He was not getting on the outside, and if he was going on the out of bounds where he wasn't going to get any yards. So
D Nasty, he only ran 8 times. D Nasty.
So again, what did you want Lamar to do? Okay, I know everybody are accustomed to Lamar being this game-altering, big runs, unstoppable plays here, all that. But again, when the Chiefs had contained, and they did it on crucial downs too, which was very important. They did it on third down. They did it on second down, the long second downs. Anytime that it put the Ravens behind the 8 ball, that's when they had all the contained. That's when they had all the blitzes. That's when they had everything that was ready for Lamar to even remotely run or escape the pocket. We were shutting that down. So the whole idea that Lamar didn't want it bad enough, I disagree personally, because I promise you, there was nothing that Lamar, my mom, myself, Damon, the fans, John Harbaugh. There is nothing that no one could do to offset what the Chiefs defense did on Sunday. Absolutely nothing. So I don't even think that's so much on Lamar. I think that's just so much on how great the Chiefs defense was. They figured it out when they needed to.
And how
There's only
poor
just so much
the
you can do
coaching
after
was.
that.
And how poor the coaching was. Because Harbaugh and them, they don't make adjustments. We talked about that before. He's bad at that. He doesn't know how to make adjustments.
Okay.
Like I said, when watching that game, I was like, okay, again, and we all just preached this. What's your bread and butter? Run the ball. Baltimore's always been knowing running the ball. Run the ball.
Yep.
Pound the rock. Pound them in the sand. It opens up the pass. It opens up this. And Corey, I sent you the link. We still waiting for you. So, they went away from their bread and butter. And I was talking my supervisor down there, big Dallas fan. And I said, man, this game over. We lost this game because they don't went away from their game. And they completely just abandoned it. I don't know if he was just trying to prove a point to say, oh, we're going to keep up with Mahomes in the air. No, do what we need to do. Pound them into submission. Look what the time of possession was.
That's the key there.
Us.
That's the key.
That's the key.
They took the whole game.
That's how you beat Mahomes is you keep him on the bench.
You keep him on the bench.
You have a good 12-play drive that takes up 9 minutes and a quarter and score a touchdown. It's basically like scoring 14 at that point.
Right.
I mean, that's how you beat. I mean, like I said, I've coached football before, and I can't tell you how many times that was our plan. Parents are screaming at us from the stands, going, "Come on, guys, throw it down the field!" Like, nope, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's all I want.
Yep.
That's all I want. We run it. We run in draws inside and traps. I mean, we run in counters. We're going to eat this clock. But yeah, I think you're right. I mean, that was again. It's just I don't know. I don't know if it was coaching. I don't know if it was overthinking because it's the Chiefs and you're trying to do something special. But they didn't. They were a shell of the team that they normally are. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I give fair opportunity for everyone. So yeah, okay. Come on, Kelsey.
So now let's get into it, okay?
Oh my God,
First
she's been waiting her whole life for this.
You know I've been waiting for this.
Oh,
I've been with 87. Yes, it's Kelsey. So first of all of those games, I know Ravens blew out everybody. I know San Francisco came through. But let me say this.
Sure.
Chiefs show up when it's time to play. Remember that. They came in at the very end and they showed up when it's time. So nothing was handed to them. Y'all can make excuses about what the refs doing. You can make excuses about the politics. You can say whatever you want.
Hey, I got this, fellas.
Say whatever you want.
I got this, fellas.
Who said any of that on this show tonight?
Who
said any of that on this show tonight?
I got this.
Wait a minute. We still headed back to the Super Bowl.
Okay, see,
that's where we're going.
I knew that was the finishing sentence. I knew it.
No, it wasn't a finishing sentence.
It wasn't.
I inserted that because that is a fact.
Okay,
they're going back.
Absolutely. Okay, do you feel better now that you got that out of your system?
Oh no, I have a lot more. But if you have something, go ahead.
Okay. So what we were bringing up weren't excuses, right? What we were bringing up were different key points that transpired during this game that affected the outcome, that were the factors for why the Chiefs won the game.
No,
why
they were going to win the game anyway. They started out winning the game.
As a Chiefs fan, was going to happen. As a Chiefs fan, absolutely, you are entitled to that belief. 1,000%.
As a not Chiefs fan, you are not blind. You're entitled to whatever belief you have, but you're not blind as a non-Chiefs fan.
Okay. Not too much, okay? Not too much.
No.
So again, when we point out stuff like, okay, the Ravens struggled here. What I brought up recently, in case you were listening, was that a lot of the reasoning why the Ravens couldn't do anything offensively was because of how dominant the Chiefs were defensively. every single time there was a chance for contain, there was a chance for a blitz on third down, there was a chance for a second and long, y'all took advantage of that. So it hindered the Ravens offense from being for having that variety of plays to choose from. And even still, even if they were to pick the best of plays, it probably wasn't even going to work because everything was pointing in the favor of the Chiefs defense. That's just how well they were playing.
Okay.
Now, again,
thank you.
Again, context is very important because Baltimore also shied away from the run game. And had they had Dalvin Cook running the football instead of Gus Edwards, I think that would be a different story.
Come on.
Sure.
But they didn't. They didn't.
Sure. Okay. All right. See. You walked into this one.
Let's just go with the players that was playing.
This is why I say I got this.
Thanks for coming in. I got you. I got your message.
All right, guys.
All right.
Hey, go Niners. And,
go Niners, man.
If Kelsey misses his flight or stuff, that'd be terrible.
Whatever.
Well, hey, Taylor's supposed to be doing a show the night before over in Singapore or something like that.
Yeah, she's in Tokyo. She's in Tokyo.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Travis will have to shake it off and just play without her there.
No Taylor.
Right.
Good to have you, Dave.
See you, Dave.
So Kelsey, do you remember? And I know this is gonna take a lot for you, but do you remember week one?
Don't be throwing jabs. We're headed to the
look.
Super
Do
Bowl
you remember week one where y'all lost to Detroit and you won the things?
I do remember that. I remember that.
You remember that? Okay. Do you remember what the narrative was around that game? That y'all didn't have who?
There was a lot of narrative around that game, but in that game,
who wasn't playing?
That's
what he's saying. Who wasn't playing?
Who wasn't playing?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Who wasn't playing?
Only
thing we're asking was a question about that. Who wasn't playing?
It does not matter who played and who didn't play. We lost.
Oh my God.
What's important? This is what's important. Right? This is what's important.
Okay.
We really shouldn't be going up.
We're trying to make a point to you, but you're on this whole. Oh, but we here. But if you just listen to what we're saying.
Hold on for a second.
Just for a second.
Kelsey, so let me ask you this: where do your defense rank against the run?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you that. You tell me.
Damn near last. So the point, what we were saying about difference making in games, whereas though the Ravens was number one in rushing, they went away from that. You understand what I'm saying?
Because the Ravens showed up to be seen, so that's what they got.
Oh,
what makes you think that?
People saw them.
Okay, but let me ask you
what makes you think that?
So guess what? They got 13 games straight, whatever they people saw them. Okay.
So and then another thing too, to me, outside of Lamar, that was their running back.
Okay.
They didn't have a lot of different threats. So coming into this game now, you have threats at the run game.
Coming to what game? Playing the
49ers? Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, the Ravens game this past Sunday.
Okay.
Coming into the game, that's what they had.
Okay. You're saying that the 49ers is a threat for the Kansas City Chiefs. Is that where we're going with this?
Yeah.
Is that if that's where we're going, then absolutely.
Absolutely not. You're not a threat to the Kansas City Chiefs. Absolutely not. No.
Oh my God.
Really?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
You digress.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. No.
You're not really into it like that. You're just a fan. I understand.
No, I am not a fan. I've watched the game. I've watched them play,
but that's why I asked you a certain question. See, we can't talk about certain like that. It's just you're going to Super Bowl. That I'm happy for you. That's fine.
No, we're not. We're not just going to the Super Bowl. You have to understand that. I know you are a 49ers fan, so you're going to root for your team, and I'm never going to go against my team. The last time I did go against the Chiefs, not only did they get to the Super Bowl, they won. So it is what it is.
Okay, that's enough said. So since you rock with the team, we already know what the
I'm always going to rock with them.
All right, cool. So y'all heard it here first. She said it herself. Her words. No one else.
With them.
When she decided to go away from the Chiefs one time, they want it. They want it now.
They didn't just win one Super Bowl though. My words, they didn't just win one Super Bowl. So,
but you know what? That was a different team. You don't have the same Kansas City don't have the same threats that they had then. This is a totally different team. It's not the same team that was the Super Bowl a couple years ago. It's not the same 49ers. Everything is different.
A couple of years ago, what, last year too? What are you talking about? Which game are you talking about?
Okay.
Listen. This is what they're explaining. This 49ers team that's coming to play the Chiefs is completely different than when the last time they met in the Super Bowl. Completely
and the Chiefs
different.
are different too.
The Chiefs are different too. The Chiefs
they don't even have a number one wide receiver. Y'all been struggling for that all year.
And we didn't when we played the Ravens. So
I ain't got nothing to do with the Ravens.
But
ain't got nothing to do with the Ravens. Our game is over.
The Ravens,
that game
the
is
same
over.
Ravens that blew the 49ers out. That's the same Ravens.
But listen to this. Since we're going to talk about the blowouts, right? What they did was capitalize off the mistakes, right?
Okay.
Purdy, listen, hear me out. Purdy threw 4 interceptions, right? But what you have to fail to realize, if you go through stats, offensive wise, we had more yards than them offensively. Mm-hmm. They won off the mistakes. That's how they won. Now, if you want football, let's talk about football then in stats.
Yeah.
Because their wide receiver had most yards they had was 72 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Corey, if you go to my YouTube page, I'll send it on YouTube. If you say it's not working for you.
But you know what I'm saying? We everybody agree to disagree, but like I said, it's not the same team when they had Tyreek Hill in them. This is not the same Kansas City. All year they've been struggling. And Patrick Mahomes been a little girl like y'all.
They have not been struggling.
Yes, they have.
They've been struggling all season.
Hey, I got this. I got it again.
Go ahead.
Aren't you the same person? And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Damon, help me out. Was it not week 12, week 13, where they had lost to the Denver Broncos? And you had to go into the darkness retreat because you didn't see them the same.
I know you didn't go there.
You didn't see them the same. Are you sure that they weren't struggling all year? Are you sure?
Stop it. When we in the darkness retreat, I said my team be stressing me out. Hey, Tree.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
That's what I said. Didn't I say that, Damon? Didn't I say they be stressing me out? And I said they still pulled it through. What are you talking about? Every time I watch, I'll be like, oh, here we go. Butterfinger.
I'm glad we got transcripts on this show because we can always go back through transcripts.
Listen. Yes, we sure can.
We sure can go back through transcripts.
Find the comment. You know what? We'll do that after the show. We're going to find the comment where she said, you know what? I'm in the darkness retreat too because my Chiefs stressed me the hell out and they had to lose to Russell Wilson and the lowly Denver Broncos.
Okay, first of all, you are not supposed to be taking sides. You're supposed to be biased against all of this.
He is being biased.
No, he's taking your side.
He's being biased.
No, he's not.
He is being biased.
No,
where has he been?
Where
has he been unbiased?
No, Chiefs. I feel attacked. Anyway.
Oh, now you feel attacked. Oh, now she feels attacked. Now she feels attacked.
I've been unbiased this whole time.
Oh my God.
I haven't had a biased bone in my body all year.
Listen. All I can say is what happens when we get to the Super Bowl happens when we get to the Super Bowl. But the one thing that I did say is that the Chiefs will show up when it's time for them to play because they got everything on the line and they did exactly what I said. So it doesn't all the rest of that stuff, the stats, the bottom don't none of that matter because they still headed to where they was trying to get to. So it is what it is.
Now, Bestie, I'm not ignoring you. I saw all your comments. I just don't have one at the current time, but I will honor my bet. Okay, since you want me to answer this.
Good luck with the barbecue, by the way.
Fifi, Instagram, Mo Shake. Everybody, welcome on Instagram. Whoever's watching on Instagram, welcome. So, again,
what do you mean? Good luck with the barbecue, TJ? What are you talking about?
Because man,
they not Tree. I'm sorry, sis. They not gonna win. But okay.
Look, the truth of the matter is that Kansas City is a team that went from being a finesse team to now being a physical team.
Every single time, everybody puts the bad mouth on the Kansas City Chiefs. They have shown up every time. Y'all just did that. Hold on, y'all just did that last Tuesday, last episode, talking about how the Ravens, what they was gonna do, and then they ain't pull none of that out they ass. So
I did because of the simple fact that again, that's my team, and I'm always rep them.
Just like me.
Welcome back, sir.
So go ahead and put the bad mouth on the Chiefs so we can go ahead and pull it out again. Go ahead.
Time out. I wasn't downgrading or degrading the Kansas City Chiefs. What I was putting to limelight is what they are now in comparison to what they are before. It doesn't change the fact whether they win or not. I'm just telling you the kind of team they are. They went from being this finesse team where every pass play was practically 30 yards with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce because somebody was always wide open. It's not what I want to say right now, but wide open. Okay? You go from that to now you are a physical team led by the defense, led by the running game, led by Kelce still, and led by Mahomes, but you win and lose off of your defense right now. That is the difference with Kansas City now. Beforehand, we were always talking about the Chiefs' defense being the downfall of the Chiefs, and the offense was what was carrying them the entire time. Now, the roles have reversed. Now it's the defense that's riding the coattails and showing people how it's done. And they have no problem winning the game, whether it's 21-17. They have no problem winning the game 38-24. It doesn't matter. That's the only difference with Kansas City. Now, here's the difference with San Francisco. And this is the part y'all need to worry about. San Francisco has a quarterback now who is not only able to make plays in the pocket, but can make plays escaping the pocket.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they have arguably, and I would say, the best running back in the entire NFL in Christian McCaffrey. When the Chiefs and the 49ers played in the Super Bowl 4 years ago, that was not the case. You did not say that about their quarterback. You did not say that about their running back. Their best wide receiver was Deebo Samuel, and that was pretty much it. Ayuk was a rookie that year. George Kittle was a focal point in the offense, and he wasn't even a factor in the Super Bowl for whatever reason. Okay.
Deebo Samuel was a rookie too, but he was the only one that was carrying the weight.
Okay, so you have all those different elements back then. Now you have Brock Purdy, who, in my personal opinion, if anybody disagrees with me, so be it. Whatever. I think he's our modern day Drew Brees, where everybody's going to give him a lot of hate. Everybody's going to give him a lot of slack because he doesn't deliver the big time throws all the time and all this other stuff. But if you want accuracy, if you want the right play being made, if you want to have the necessary play made for them to get the first down or to get the touchdown, he will make it. That's what I mean when I say that. That he's our modern day Drew Brees. Okay, short guy, not too tall, but can deliver the football and could extend plays if he needs to. That's who Brock Purdy is.
And
okay,
all
you have that.
It's fine and dandy. That's just perfect. I'm not taking anything away from Brock Purdy. I'm just saying, at the end of it, let's just watch the game. You can't say 49ers is going to win. Hell, I can't say Chiefs is going to win.
I never picked the winner
yet. Just keep paying attention. I'm not talking. It's four of us sitting here at the end of the day. And you are still saying what y'all need to worry about. Hell, what we all need to worry about, because we got some pretty damn significant players on our team too. So at the end of the day, just watch the game. That's all I'm saying.
I'm aware of that, Kelsey. The thing is that I think at this stage in the game, given how many times we've seen the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I think we all know what they have and what they don't. Okay? And what they do have is Patrick Mahomes. And what they do have is a defense. And what they do have is Isaiah Pacheco. And what they don't have is a number 1 wide receiver.
And they didn't have that when they went up against the best team, which was the Ravens, and won. So stop trying to count them out. That's all I'm saying. They didn't have none of
Who
them
in here
when
said
they went
anything
against the
was
Ravens.
counting everybody out?
It is what it is. I don't know what you want me to say.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Let's just wait till the Super Bowl. How about that?
Lord,
How about that?
Lord,
49ers, they're going to rip their teams. Chiefs going to rip their teams. Plain and simple. Let's just wait till the Super Bowl. And then all this trash talking going to stop because I'm definitely going to have a Super Bowl show.
That's all I got to say. And I'll be right here.
And then just and everybody and some people just don't need to personalize because you personalize.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
You
personalizing anything. I'm commenting just like the commentators. I'm doing the same thing.
You're personalizing, but it's cool.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, everybody picked out certain flaws that certain teams are having, such as.
I just said the Ravens was a great team. San Francisco plays. What more do you want?
Wait. Let him finish.
Every time somebody talk, you cut somebody off. That's what I'm talking about.
Let him finish.
Right there.
Let him finish.
You dig what I'm saying? But what I was saying was we was just pointing out certain things, even like for myself, when I was talking about throughout the year, what Kansas City has struggled with. They may not struggle with it at the moment, but throughout the year, they didn't have a number 1 wide receiver. They still don't. And they had a lot of drop balls.
And you're correct.
That was what Patrick Mahomes was crying about.
Correct.
Every time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But just so happened, like you said, they beat the Ravens. And I picked the Kansas City to beat the Ravens. Damon know, and Damon know how I feel when it comes to Lamar in big games. He couldn't win them, like I said before, in high school, couldn't win them in college, and damn sure ain't gonna do it in the NFL. And then it comes down to Harbaugh, the coach. Harbaugh is horrible. He is horrible. And
we've all been saying get Harbaugh out of there. We've been saying that for years. We've all been saying that for years.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, where's that narrative coming from? Why are we having that conversation now?
What?
Why not? Why not have that conversation?
No. I've been saying I've been saying about this thing with Harbaugh because again, remember you're the head coach, right? You hear everything that comes in this headset.
Sure.
You hear every call, every play, every this. You got every ready to say, "Hey, I don't like that. Go back to our bread and butter. What are you doing? Let's go to our bread and butter. Get back to what we need to know." Everything comes through the headset. Remember, you're the head coach. Okay, let's go to the 49ers and the Lions.
Sure.
We stayed to the script. We kept running the ball.
2 plays he should have did, and the outcome would have been different up there because it was 6 points. 4th and 2, what did he do? He went for it. He went for it instead of taking the points. That's 6 points that's not there. Because remember, Detroit went down late, scored a touchdown. That game would have been over. It would have been over. But what he didn't do was take the points.
Yeah.
He did it against Dallas.
He did it against Dallas too. Yeah.
He did it against Dallas too. That's right.
Yep. Because remember, when they called it back, kick that extra point. Just kick the extra point. No, you want to try to go for it again. That was 6 points he took off that game. Because remember, again, Detroit went down and scored a touchdown. The game would have been 37-34. Game would have been over. But he didn't. And what did the 49ers do? Made them pay for it. Yeah. They made them pay for it. Their defense started homing in a little bit more, and they did what they needed to do. Game was over.
Hey, same thing they're going to do to Miss Kelsey team.
I'm with it.
I love it.
I'm with it, by the way.
I love it. You know I love it.
Hey, Tree.
I love it.
That would be great if you appear on the Super Bowl show. Finally, I'll get my co-host on this Super Bowl show. That would be great. Don't make it May. You will appear on the Super Bowl show. So everybody will rep their team because there's going to be a winner. There's going to be a loser.
That's right.
We didn't get a chance to finish talking about this 49ers game, and I'm going to harp in on it. And I wish Dave was still on here because I was texting Dave back and forth, and I said, Dave, I said, what's going on with your team, man? He was like, man, he said, I don't think we're going to win this game. I said, Dave, it ain't over. I said, let's see what happens in the second half. And sure enough, they brought it back. And I was like, And I called him. I said, Dave, but he was busy. He said he was on the floor. But
That's those
I text
adjustments.
every 49ers fan I knew. I forgot to text you, Remy, on it. And I was telling them, congratulations, because they've all, one time or another, came through this show, by comments or on screen. And I was telling them, congratulations. I said, hey, y'all there, we're not. It is what it is. Guess what? Let's look forward to next season. But they're there. They played their game, and they got it done to get to Vegas. They're going to Vegas.
We all played our game. That's it. We just face off when we get to Vegas.
Let me get this out the way.
Let teams do the talking.
Let me get this out the way. I love me some 49ers fans, unlike a lot of Philadelphia Eagles fans. I do. Okay? I know I'm contrary to the belief, but it's cool. Let me tell you something about y'all 49ers fans, okay? What y'all are not going to do is blow this phone up the way that y'all did on Sunday. I've never seen a fan base that was, I mean, the ebbs and flows all game long. And I'm sitting there quiet. You know, I'm watching the game because it's my job now. It's my job. I got to watch the game. I got to tell how I see it, right? And then I got 49ers texting me talking about, man, Brock Purdy was garbage anyway. We didn't want him. We didn't need him. Man, this team is, I was getting the whole 9. You want to know what I got once all them zeros hit? Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? How about those 49ers? What's up, man? And you know what? I'm about sick and tired of y'all.
Hey,
I'm sick and tired of y'all.
I don't know who that was, but they wasn't faithful. They wasn't faithful. Now listen, hey, TJ, I can show you a text in my phone. So somebody called me. We was down 21-7. I said, listen, don't worry about it. Second half, we're gonna make adjustments. So he said, bet 100. I said, bet 100. We was down 21-7. See, I knew he was gonna make adjustments. Everybody, it's just like boxing. You know, for people that are like, you got to make adjustments. That's why Terrence Crawford is the best pound for pound fighter out there, because he can make adjustments on the whim, and that's what they did.
Yeah. That's the same thing with Mahomes and the Chiefs. They make adjustments.
I knew she was chopping it. They didn't have to make no adjustments. They did the same thing they was doing the whole game.
Wait a minute.
They had to make no adjustments.
Right, they had to make that one
adjustment. They
adjustment.
had to make no adjustments.
Now
we didn't show up.
They were doing the whole thing.
We didn't want to play.
Okay. Number 11 been dropping balls all season long. His balls, your balls, they balls.
Hold on.
Butterfinger balls.
He's not even a factor for real.
He wasn't. He absolutely wasn't, but he showed up the last 2 games, and I was
oh my god!
Because he ain't had nobody else to throw to.
Right.
Wait a second.
The ball made. Let me tell you something. They went back in, even with him, and they did what they needed to do, even with him. And if you don't think that, I don't know what to tell you.
Can I bring you in on this one? Would you
go ahead? Go ahead.
Would you believe me if I told you that they didn't score a single point in the second half?
They didn't.
Didn't matter.
Not one.
Don't matter.
Don't
matter.
Now it don't matter, huh?
So again,
they held the Ravens down, and they still had to
again.
Now there we go with the default. You got to fumble there and all that. Just don't. They ain't held nothing down.
Y'all been shooting defaults the whole time. What about that? What about that? 2 years.
No, you've been shooting fumbles the whole time, not defaults.
Yeah,
fumbles.
Hey, so let me ask you this.
Against one, go Chiefs.
Let me ask you this. So do you think y'all can go in the second half and not score no points to get the 49ers and win? No.
We did it with the Ravens.
I ain't talking about. I asked you one question.
Talking about the Ravens.
I asked you one question. I asked you one question. Do you think? You really think so? So you? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay. Hey.
Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. So
you got a couple around. Is there a couple around you?
49ers better put their
Mike, we tried to keep it interesting.
And bring it on. That's all I can say to
you.
I'll tell you what, February 11th, we'll find out. At what, about 10 o'clock at night?
I
February 11th, we'll find out 10 o'clock.
I saying,
what
let
you had
the
to drink.
players just
With that Kool-Aid.
water. I
Yeah.
got water. I
Got
got
some corn
water.
liquor in there or
Kansas City
something.
Kool-Aid and that overrated barbecue up there. I got you.
Whatever.
I got you. Finally, somebody knows how to work their phone. Hold on. Since another Kansas City fan wants to come in here now.
Okay.
Somebody
then
finally know how to work their phone because any link I sent out works.
Listen, man. Listen. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work, bro.
Oh no, it worked. That's that cheap phone you got. Everybody in here that got a link, it worked except your phone.
He got the Obama edition.
I said,
The
okay,
Obama
I gave you
edition.
an option. I said, go to my YouTube page. I said, go to my YouTube
We hear you
page.
talk. We hear you talk.
And I said, go to my YouTube page. I gave you a backup option. Now all of a sudden, 40 minutes later, the link seems to work. I think it was operator error. But go ahead. I'm gonna give you the floor.
I see you, Trey.
Well, no, we got a different link.
You ain't get no different link.
I did.
Everybody that's been on this screen got the same link. And all you had to do was follow the instructions. But come on, I'm giving you the floor.
Cuz had to send us that link.
And
operator error.
Everybody bashing.
But again, you got the floor. Go ahead. See, that's what I'm talking about. Operator error. See?
All right, so everybody want to talk about what we don't have or what they got or what the problem is and all this, but at the end of the day, like it is, we at the Super Bowl.
I don't think anybody that has been on here has disagreed with that. No one on here has disagreed with that.
Oh my God!
No one has disagreed.
You know what? I don't even like to go there. Can we please just have a fan that just understands
So what's the problem?
that we've already established this already? We know who's in the Super Bowl. All we're doing on this show is identifying why they're in the Super Bowl and why the teams that lost didn't. That's it.
That's it. No one has badmouthed the Chiefs this show. Not one person on here has badmouthed the Chiefs. We're just identifying problems of why they're there and why the 49ers got there. That's it. That's all we have been doing.
We got there because we won, and everybody else is on the couch because they didn't.
Well, he sound like one of them Pittsburgh fans. Well, we got 6 rings.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh my God!
We got this.
Good Lord. I mean, seriously, like what more do you want from me? Because I know everybody's coming at me. Because apparently none of this conversation came up until I started speaking. None of this conversation came up until I started speaking. So I don't know what's the gripes that y'all got with me.
It is not you, and it is not personal. So don't take it as an attack. Because the last I checked, everybody was coming towards me, not you. You included.
No one has came towards you. Again, like what we explained, we were identifying issues in the games that we saw. No more, no less. What you did was just came back, but we this, but we that. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. No, it's not about that. Y'all in the Super Bowl. That's fine. 49ers are in the Super Bowl. That's fine. What we're identifying is issues with the games. And we're saying that if them issues don't get corrected, then the Chiefs, they probably are not going to win the Super Bowl.
Get out
Plain
of
and
here.
simple.
Get out of here. You didn't call nothing for the 49ers, so the 49ers walking up there perfect. Come on.
But wait a minute.
Really?
Did we even get a chance to talk about the game yet? Did we even get a chance to talk about the game yet?
Because you're not talking about the 49ers.
Key word was adjustment. We talked about
adjustments.
Adjustments was a key word.
Let's talk about it.
Kelsey.
the Chiefs. They've already made adjustments, and all they gonna do.
No. We was talking about the 49ers and making adjustments for the
He
second
didn't
half.
just say the 49ers. He said the Chiefs, but okay.
I mean, but when we were talking, when you was texting, getting carpal tunnel, that's what he was saying.
I don't have carpal tunnel.
Thank you.
I don't have
Thank you.
carpal tunnel. I'm
Thank
watching
you.
this screen. I'm listening. I don't have carpal tunnel. Cut it. See, you being messy.
Hey,
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm matching the energy.
That's it. Match the energy.
I'm
That's
on
it.
what you on.
And that's what we here for. Matching energy.
Well,
I see you, Mike.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Mike, I didn't know you was a 49ers fan.
We have to, because the Chiefs and the 49ers are going up against each other. May the best team win. It is what it is. Let's match that energy. But at the end of the day, the game is going to speak. No, we're chalking it up to the game. Let the team speak for itself. That's what we chalking it up to.
Okay, so on paper, who has the better team on paper?
I don't want to hear about all that. Let's stop hearing about all that. Let's talk about it.
But wait a minute. He asked you a question. Why can't you answer the question? He asked you a question. Who has the better team on paper?
Already saying
that's 3 questions that you couldn't answer.
I don't want to hear about what the Chiefs may or may not
Kelsey, answer the question.
Who do you feel has the
better team on paper? Who has the better team on paper?
The Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, they don't. On paper, the 49ers does.
On paper.
With the players, surrounding all the players.
Does that matter?
Yeah.
We asked the question. We asked the question.
How many All-Pros y'all got, 49ers?
You say what?
We're doing this by all pros? Are you serious? All right, let me make this easy for everybody so that way y'all can understand. Let me make this easy. Okay?
How many All-Pros do y'all have?
Let's make this easy, because I can't believe we're selling this to all pros.
I don't think it matters.
Wait a minute, I got a 49ers in the chat. He said 9.
It don't matter.
9 All-Pros. The 49ers in the chat. 9 All-Pros. He's on it.
Okay. All right. Quarterback, who would you rather have?
Name.
Mahomes or Purdy?
Name.
Who?
They some haters, Tree. They some haters.
Who would you want at quarterback, Mahomes or Purdy?
It don't matter.
I'm asking everybody. Who would you rather have, Mahomes or Purdy?
Mahomes.
Mahomes won.
I'd rather have Mahomes.
I like Purdy.
Okay.
I like Mahomes.
Purdy won. Mahomes won. Come on, Damon. Come on, man. What we got?
I like Purdy.
Okay.
Man,
so you talking about what quarterback I like in the Super Bowl?
On that one, right?
I'm who out of the better quarterback, who would you rather have? Who's the better quarterback out of the two?
Mahomes would be.
Okay.
Would be.
So that's quarterback, right? Head coach, who would you rather have? Andy Reid or Kyle Shanahan?
Shanahan.
So that's quarterback, right? Shanahan.
What?
Shanahan.
What?
You know something?
Quit playing with your heart, bro.
Okay. So just off of these
Wait.
two alone.
Wait. Let me give you an answer for that. And let me tell you why I'm picking Shanahan. This is the reason why I'm picking Shanahan.
Okay.
From what Kyle Shanahan has done, remember when he was down in Atlanta? Offensive coordinator down there, right?
Yes.
Dialed up great plays.
Yes.
Went all the way through, right? He went to Frisco. He dials up great plays. Now, let's go back to Andy Reid. Let's take this back to Philly, right? Go back all the way to Philly. He did his play calls, right? But he just couldn't get it right. When he went to Kansas City, what was his X factor? Mahomes was his X factor. So I take Shanahan.
Okay. So at quarterback and head coach, I'm not even going to factor in the weapons right now. The 49ers would override the Kansas City Chiefs in that regard. Am I off on that?
No,
am I off on that?
I wouldn't say you off on that.
Okay, no. So that's quarterback, head coach. Who has the better weapons? Between the Kansas City Chiefs and the 49ers.
Y'all don't know football, man. Y'all talking crazy nonsense.
Okay, so
you should have went to every position. Who has a better running back?
but you know, it would take a whole nother show. You know that. You know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about strictly weapons right now. Who would you rather have? I'm
I ain't
sorry.
gonna say y'all got a better running back. Y'all got a veteran running back. I'll say that.
They got a beast of a running back.
Oh
Not a
my
veteran.
God.
They have a
You know what?
beast. A beast of
Come
a running
on.
back.
Come on,
Who
man.
technically should be MVP of the league.
CMC.
So what, Pacheco? What, Pacheco?
Pacheco is good.
Pacheco.
Pacheco is good, but he's not McCaffrey.
He's not McCaffrey, and that's
No.
okay, by the way. So again, their weapons. The weapons
I never said he
go to
was.
San Francisco. So San Francisco has the weapons. San Francisco has the head coach. The only
And
thing
the
they're missing is the
defense.
quarterback. I think that's fair, right? The only thing they're missing is the quarterback.
Yeah. We get
Okay.
it, Mahomes.
Okay. Who has the better defense?
I'll say San Francisco got the better receivers. I'll say that.
Who has the better defense?
49ers.
Okay.
That's 49ers.
Okay.
That's a no-brainer.
Again.
So on paper, 49ers
So
are better. That's
on
all I'm trying to
paper, the 49ers have the better overall team.
Thank
Why
you.
is this so difficult?
Because everybody don't know
On
what on
paper.
paper means. Everybody don't know what on paper means.
I don't understand what's so difficult about that. Why is that so difficult?
The matchup is not even.
No.
No. The 49ers and the Ravens would be a closer matchup than the 49ers and the Chiefs right now. And I don't think I'm off by one bit. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I'm pretty sure if it was
But you
the
know what? You ain't gonna get that matchup because they sitting at home talking about it.
Oh, my word. I'm pretty sure if it was the Ravens and the 49ers in the Super Bowl, 2 weeks' time, we would be like, man, this is about as even can get.
Right, because it wouldn't have been the same outcome as it was in Santa Clara. It probably would have been a field goal, 1 or 2 points.
We already
played that. But hey, it's not, and we're not worried about that.
So y'all just
what
had
we're saying is that the better
the Ravens had the
matchup
best
right now,
defense, allegedly, and look what happened.
Okay, that was the Ravens. You going to the 49ers.
Okay. All right.
You going to a different coach, different
We
coach.
talking about
We dictated what we wanted y'all to do.
You're right. That's cool. Yep, you're right.
So we talking about the 49ers. The Ravens issue is over. We talking about the 49ers. We're talking about the matchup between the Chiefs and the 49ers.
Yes,
That's it. And what we be seeing is you tiptoeing and tap dancing past these questions because you want to keep talking about the Ravens. That's all.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: same thing, different toilet.
Look forward to February 11th. You're going to keep tap dancing. And right now, the 49ers have the better matchup on paper than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey,
it is what it is.
We gotta send a link to some real football fans, man, that know sports, man.
First of all, who is we? Okay. Who is we?
Hey,
We got a link.
Hey, as long as Damon got a link, I got a link.
And as long as Damon got a link, I got
Yeah,
a
damn.
link.
As long as we got a link, I got a link.
Hard for the whole thing, my brother.
Remy, you know, we here. We here, Remy. You know that.
I already know.
Don't play.
I'm just
This
saying.
is sad,
Whatever.
man.
All I know is
Hey, Damon, you need the address to send them crab cakes.
Oh no, I got it already. I lost my bet. I honor all my bets. Any bet I take, ask Remy. I honor all my bets. If I took a bet with you, I honor my bet. Just like I wore that brown bag on my show when the Steelers won. I honor my bets.
This is
so. But this is what we're going to do. May the best team win. 49ers are repping their teams. Kansas City repping their teams. Because trust me, I got it. The business from my family up there, okay?
So let me ask you
and
this.
It's all good.
Hey, let me ask you this. Hey, Damon.
Go ahead.
So are you going live right after the Super Bowl?
I'm probably going to be up at Maryland Live watching the game. So
I might shoot out there. I might shoot out there with you.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'll let you know where we be sitting at. So yeah, I'll let you know where we be sitting at. But so that's where I'm be at. If I had my portable stuff, I would have went live from Maryland Live, but I won't have my portable stuff. But this is what we're gonna do. On that Monday, 6 o'clock after the Super Bowl, I will be live. 6 o'clock on Monday after the Super Bowl, I'll be live. No matter if you won or lost, come to this show.
All I want to tell you is, you better make sure you send me a link. I don't want to hear none of that. Remy, no, send me a link.
Nah,
we'll show up.
We're gonna send you a 49ers jersey so you can put on.
You not sending me nothing. You not sending me nothing.
I'm gonna send you the link. So I got the link.
No, Damon my boo gonna send me the link. That's who gonna send me the link.
Listen. Let me wind this show down.
Yeah.
Let me wind this show down. I'm gonna give my little final thoughts on here because I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm gonna give this, and this is funny. This is funny. My brown bags. This is who my brown bags go to. I'm just giving out one brown bag, and that's what it is. The whole goddamn state up there in Missouri. And here's the reason why. Because y'all troll me the way I troll y'all. So I'm just trolling y'all back with a brown bag. I'm giving y'all all a brown bag just for all that trolling. But I loved every bit of it. I loved the memes. I loved when y'all was talking trash to me. I loved when y'all called me. I loved all the social media stuff. I loved everything. All y'all goddamn up there get a brown bag from me. That's my brown bag for the
whatever. You just make sure you got that
Hey Woo, what's up?
That's what you said.
So,
you got that
okay.
All right, Doc.
Right down there in Maryland Live.
Yeah, that brown bag is full of championships.
Hey.
Full of coal. But go ahead, TJ.
It's only 2. Like, oh my God. Okay.
Now you gonna downplay what's on the
I mean, y'all act like y'all
the
up there
whole
with,
time. All y'all been doing is hating, putting your foot
How many you got, bro?
No.
It's only 2. You sitting on the couch, mister. It's only 2. So
Yeah, okay.
And I'm gonna rep the Chiefs. I don't care what y'all talking about.
Okay.
Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Let the teams.
Actually, it's 3 if we count.
Let the team speak for itself. When they play, I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing about no refs. I don't want to hear it's only 3. I don't want to hear none of that. That's what I don't want to hear.
Go ahead, close it out, TJ.
TJ, all pros,
Close us out, TJ.
My brown bag is going to go to
Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I'll let you get that.
Y'all haters. Y'all haters.
Oh my gosh.
Hater.
Oh, what you call it, Remy? Carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's going on. It's cool. My brown bag is gonna go to none other than Dan Campbell, because I'm not even gonna lie. If he didn't make those calls the way he was supposed to and not treat it like it was a game of Madden, we might be having a conversation of the Detroit Lions being in the Super Bowl and not the 49ers. But it is what it is. I feel like any opportunity that you had to put points on the board against a team like San Francisco and you chose not to, you get by far the biggest, and this is my special brown bag. Brown bag to finish off NFC and AFC Championship weekend. You, sir, just do it, man. Just do it. Yeah. I did that on the spot, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So
thank you for everyone that tuned into the show. All your comments, no matter where you was listening from or where you tuned into, even Instagram. Thank y'all so much. And I seen the couple of people that was on Instagram. So thank y'all. I'm logging off. Monday,
see y'all next week.
February 12th. We live 6 p.m. after the Super Bowl. Mike, I'll send you an inbox with my YouTube, Mike. So, all right. We see y'all later.